Most of the time, a guy is being told to shoot. He's not wanting to shoot. Alright, what's up guys? Let me roll my window up so it's not as loud. I'm about to get ready to shoot. I'm doing another graduation shoot. You guys didn't see the last one, but my best friend, last time I did a graduation shoot, it was her cousin, and now it's her nephew. I don't officially shoot graduation, but I have been thinking about doing it, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm shooting a graduation shoot today, but I'm little nervous. I'm always a little nervous every time I shoot, but I'm particularly a little bit more nervous or anxious because I don't shoot a lot of guys. Like, guys aren't my specialty. I am really good at shooting women, mostly because I am a woman and because I started out as an influencer and I'm a girl. So it's really easy for me to tell influencer women or business women how to pose, what to do, because I'm a business woman, I'm an influencer woman, I'm a content creator woman. But then every now and then I get a guy and I be like, I don't know what to tell you to do. And guys are already hard to shoot because most of the time a guy is being told to shoot. He's not wanting to shoot. So with girls, they want to be there. They book the shoot, they pick the outfit, they there, they show up, they ready, they kiki. Like, all I gotta do is get them warmed up and their personality starts to show. A guy, most of the time when I'm shooting a guy, it's because he's dating my client. Like, that's their boyfriend, husband, or whatever, or they're the child of my client, so it's a son, or it's the brother, or like, so basically they're being told, hey, we have a photo shoot. So most of the time they didn't even pick their own outfit, they were told what to put on, they were told to show up. So like, it's kind of hard to shoot guys a lot of times because they don't even want to be there. So that's number one. I gotta like get you here. And then number two, I don't be knowing what to do with them. Like, they don't have no purse, they don't have no scarf, they don't have nothing. But yeah, so I figured I'd bring you guys along because you guys have been requesting on Instagram, like, behind the scenes of my photo shoots. I'm just waiting on my best friend right now. And so while I wait for her, I'm gonna look up some poses, just because, you know, to ease my anxiety so I can have some thought in my head on what to do. And you know what's funny? Even when you look up high school graduation pictures, it's all, look, it's all girls. All girls. All girls. Like, this is so boring. Okay. They're not giving me nothing that I wasn't gonna already do. What is this? I'm better off coming up with my own ideas. Alright, what's up guys? This is voiceover Mark here. So first I wanted to go over the camera gear that I'll be using throughout this video. During this video, I'll be using my Canon 5D Mark IV as my camera body, my 50mm lens with an ND filter, the Sigma 35mm lens 1.4, and the Sigma 85mm lens 1.4. If you want to check out my camera gear, it'll be linked in the description box as well. And throughout this video, I've decided to do a voiceover because there was like waterfalls and it was windy outside, and so the audio wasn't that great. So I'll be talking you guys through what I was thinking, how I was directing throughout this video. So let's get started. Alright, so first I started off with my 85mm lens, and I wanted to get some sitting shots because it's a graduation shoot. You need some sitting shots. And so one thing I really like to do is to get my clients or my subject comfortable with laughing. The reason why I like to do more laughing shots is because it gives a more organic smile rather than me telling the client, hey, smile for the camera or smile for me. Usually they don't give you a realistic smile. It's very forced, especially if they're already uncomfortable or nervous about the shoot. So I try to get them comfortable with hearing themselves laugh and laughing during each shot. And so we spent a lot of time here getting him comfortable doing that. All right, so after a few takes, he started to get really comfortable with the camera. I started to notice that he was kind of showing his personality a little bit more, and the shots were turning out great. So I decided to show him a few pictures. And I love when my clients get excited once they see themselves in camera. They really loosen up after this part of the shoot. And so I decided to switch positions and have him stand up. And one of my favorite poses is the looking over your shoulder shot. And the way I get this organic shot is I tell them to look back as if someone called their name. And so that makes it look very organic, very lifestyle, and it doesn't look forced or posed. I like to give off more directed poses rather than like structured poses. And so we ended off the beginning of the shoot here on the bench with the 85mm lens before I switched. And here are some of those shots with the settings. Alright, so now it's time to switch lenses. So I decided to switch from my 85mm lens to my 50mm lens because I wanted to close the gap between me and him. Now that he is more comfortable with shooting with me, I wanted to get a little bit closer to him, but I wanted to keep that depth of field and that bokeh that I get with my 50mm. So we decided to do some walking. So I wanted him to walk and combine everything that I've already directed him and taught him all together. So what I'll have him doing here is I'll have him laughing while taking a step. I'll have him looking over his shoulder while taking the step. What this does is give more of a lifestyle effect to all the shots, and so they don't look really posed. They look more like I'm a paparazzi and I just caught him walking down the stairs. So I really like to give that more organic lifestyle effect to a lot of my shoots. And so if you're familiar with my work, then you know that I like lifestyle shots like this. So we spent the last bit of our time here on this outfit before we changed clothes, and so here are the final shots from that look. Alright, so outfit change. So I really like when we move on to the second outfit, because usually by this point my client or my subject is starting to feel themselves a little bit more. They got their confidence, they like how they look, and specifically when he put this green suit on, he saw himself in the reflection of the glass and he was like, oh my gosh, I look really good. And so I love when their confidence starts to shine. So we move over to another location so all the photos aren't in the same area. And I picked this building because I liked how the color of the pillars worked well with the color of his suit. And we started to get the shots really, really fast because like his confidence was shining through, and so every shot was just fire after that. And so these are the shots that I feel like the parent is gonna love. And so when it comes to graduation shoots, I like to keep in mind, what would the parent want, what would the parent print out, or what would the parent send off to their friends and family. And so these are the shots that I consider the parent favorites. And so as you can tell, we were starting to really enjoy ourselves and laugh and giggle, and I feel like that really helps bring out the personality throughout the shoot. And so I dedicated this time to make sure I got the shots that maybe his mom would love, and then we moved on to shots that he was going to enjoy. And so here are those shots. Alright, so now it's time to move on to the shots that he's gonna love. So he actually picked out this area for us to shoot at, and so I had him sit on this pillar, and I wanted him to kind of like play around with his hands and kind of show off his personality a little bit more. And so one of the things I really love to do when people have glasses on is I tell them to like touch the side of their glasses, because that kind of gives them something to do with their hands. And so we kind of just freestyled this part of the shoot just so he can showcase his personality and do whatever he wanted. And so he really started to shine. He actually had some poses in mind for himself. So he was really prepared for this shoot, which is very, very rare for me. All right, so at this point of the shoot, I knew that we only had one more outfit left, which was the gown. So I decided to make sure I got a few wide shots for him, because it's very common for me to stay in like portrait, because I know people are typically wanting to post on Instagram. So I had him move to the corner of this little sitting area so we can get like a really good wide shot for him in case they wanted to print out any wide invitations or he wanted to post anything wide. And then we decided to have him take his jacket off and get a few standing shots. So here are the final shots from this look. All right, the third and final look was the cap and gown, but he didn't have a cap, so it was just the gown. And so because he didn't have a cap, it made it just a little bit more difficult for me to figure out how to pose him, because usually I already have poses in mind when they have a cap on. But I decided to play around with the glasses he was wearing instead, and so I had him put his hands on the side of his glasses, and then we moved over to sitting down in the gown so I can get those official, parent favorite shots, or the shots that I say will make it above the fireplace. And so that is what we did for the gown shot. We didn't really move around too much for this, because like I said, he didn't have a cap, so it kind of made it a little bit difficult for me here to figure out what to do. But we still ended up really getting some really, really, really great shots here. I also want to point out that for the last look, I changed between my 50mm lens and my 85mm lens. The reason is because I love the bokeh that I get with my 85mm lens, and those tend to be the favorite shots that get printed out because of the blurry background that you get with the 85. So I definitely wanted to get those shots here with the gown no cap outfit, because I know these are the shots that show that he is graduating. Unlike the other shots, it was just outfits, Alright guys, that's pretty much the end of this shoot. Right here we're just freestyling. He wanted some shots specifically for his Instagram and to show off to his friends, so I just let him pose and do whatever he wanted for this end of the shoot. But if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more behind the scenes photography videos like this one, let me know in the comments below. If you have any photography questions for me, or if there are any specific photography videos you want to see, let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you guys so much for showing me so much love every week on here on YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed and you hit that like button, and I will see you guys next week.